welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel for those of you who used to watch me. I haven't posted a YouTube video in like 2 years, so it's been a minute. Anyways, if you don't know me, my name is Hannah. I'm 19 and yeah, I love makeup. So today we're going to be doing a foundation routine, and this is my everyday foundation routine. So if you want to know how to do this, just keep on watching. Side note, my eyes and my lips will be coming soon. I filmed that right after this, so it's gonna be weird because I have the same shirt on in both videos, but whatever. But anyways, if you want to know how to do this foundation routine flawless, just keep on watching. Okay, so after I clip my hair back, the first step in my foundation routine is foundation. So the foundation I use is Estee Lauder Double Wear, and it's in the shade 12W Sand. If I'm self-tanned, I use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I really like this foundation. I haven't used it in a lighter shade, but that one is really good. For foundation, what I do is I actually pour a little bit out just onto the back of a palette, and then I dip my brush in it and go from there. So I get about that much. Okay, so I don't like do all of it. Like, I'll dip my brush in and I get about that much on my brush. And then, so I'm gonna start applying it, and you see this is pretty full coverage. I don't even know if I'm gonna use all of it. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take it down my neck, so I always tend to get a little bit more. So a lot of people like to use beauty blenders, and I always did. But the last few weeks, I've actually been using this Morphe brush to blend out my foundation, and then I just take this little stippling brush, I think that's what it's called, I don't really know. And then, so I'll take this, and then it just like corrects the texture, and then I'll do this after, but it's usually after my whole face is done. Okay, so now after I have my foundation complete, I'm gonna go in with this brush, and I'm just gonna stipple it and just correct the texture. Now I'm not swiping it on my face, I'm just doing soft taps because I don't want to move the product, I just want to push it into the skin, kind of. And I think with this brush is, and I think it also takes a little bit of the foundation off. So like if you applied a little bit too much, this is really good. Okay, so next I go in with actually 2 concealers. So I use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Light Neutral, and then I go in with a light, really light concealer, and this is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Ferris. So it's super light, it's almost white. So apply this on my chin, right here underneath my eyes. And on my forehead. Down the nose. And right above your top lip. Okay, so then I take this one and I put a little bit up here, right here, and right here. And I try and concentrate the lighter concealer more on the what would you call this? Well, anyways, more right here and less out. So try and highlight like the right here. So crazy. So now I'm going in with another brush, and it is this small brush. I'm not sure what this is for, but I go in and I just start blending, and honestly I just do like circular motions mostly for my chin and my forehead. My nose, I don't try and move it too much because then I find that it looks a little patchy, and plus my nose is pretty dry, so it just makes it look a little weird. But I still like to lighten my nose. And my chin and my nose dry the fastest, so I always do those first. On my forehead, I stamp it because I did a little bit too much. So for underneath my eyes, I usually just try and stamp it before I go in and buff it out. I don't know, bring it down here and start buffing the edge down here to make it blend in with the foundation better. So the next thing I do is contour, and I actually like to use a cream and a powder contour. So first I go in with the cream, and this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit. And I don't know, I feel like the bottom shades all look the same, so it doesn't matter each day. This one's the darkest, and I think this one might be the lightest, but I go in with either of them, it doesn't really matter. So now what I'm doing is, when I go like this, you can already see I have like a natural contour right here. So I'll just go and I'll follow that. Sometimes I just put product on both sides so that it's easier to blend out because I don't want to do too much. Oh, that looks like too much. And then I just start blending it out. I do this also with a brush. I don't know, I just feel like brushes make it look better when it's blended. And also with a brush, it's just easier to keep it in one spot. I know it looks crazy right now, but it won't look that crazy because I'm gonna go back in with the brush I use for foundation and buff it out and make it look less hard. I'm gonna go back in and just lightly buff this out with the same brush I use for foundation. And already you can see that's blending a ton better. So now I'm going in with blush, and I've been using this Essence Matte Blush, and it's in Peach Me Up. That's what it's called. It looks like this. Has a really pretty color, and it looks really good with this hair color. And I really like this blush because it just blends out really easy. And I love blush, so I always do a lot. Okay. And then I take this stippling brush again and I just kind of blend the blush in with the contour. And then now I go in with a powder contour. And I use the Lorac Pro Contour Palette, and as you can see, I broke a few shades. 2 good shades that I wish I had, but it's okay. I use this palette a lot, so it's probably time to get a new one. I actually like to go in with the medium because I feel like the light one actually looks darker on my skin than the medium one. So what I'll do is I'll go in there and then I'll tap it off. And then I'll go on my hand and I'll actually get some of that product off and just make sure it's not too dark. Okay, and so for nose contour, I don't take the cream contour on my nose. So I'll do the same thing. I'll get some on the brush, tap it off, and then I'll go in on my hand and get that product off, most of it. And I feel like even if you do like a really light dip into this pan, it just coats the brush, and sometimes it can look just it just can look like a lot on your nose. So for highlighter, I love this highlighter, and this is the Lorac Light Source Mega Beam Highlighter, and it's in the shade Celestial. It is beautiful. I already hit pan on it, but it's so beautiful. I try not to highlight that much because it can get out of hand really quickly. Like you can just look at that. Okay. Yeah, this highlighter is beautiful. Okay, so now after I do highlighter is when I'll actually go back in with this brush and just retouch, try and get some of those creases out underneath my eyes. And then I'll go in with a little bit of powder on the same brush. I guess right now you could probably use a beauty blender for this and it would be fine. So I'm gonna go right on my chin first. Just blend out the edges. And, oh, I forgot to tell you the powder I'm using. So the powder I'm using is the Maybelline Fit Me in 05 Fair. This is what it looks like. A little bit right on my forehead. And then if you feel like you got a little too carried away with the highlight, you can also tone it down right here. And then a very tiny bit underneath the eyes. And then from this side, I don't know if you can see, but from this side to this side, you can see that it just like corrects it. If there's like any, it just gives you a little bit more coverage if you need it. Like right here, you can see a little bit of like discoloration or redness. And once I go in with this, it'll just be more even. I go back in with my water. Set it for the last time. Now, if I was doing eyeshadow, which I'm gonna do after this, I'm actually filming one more tutorial about a pink eyeshadow look, so stay tuned for that. You'll see at the end of this video, but it'll be in the next video. After I do eyeshadow and eyebrows, and if there's any fallout, wipe it away. I might go back in with like a little bit more powder, do underneath the eyes, and then set again, or set right before I put on my lashes. And I like for my lashes to be the last step, so that you know, the water doesn't like make it come off during the day or anything like that. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like with a full face, eyebrows, some pink eyes, and a lip, and I'll be right back. So this is my foundation with my makeup done. Oh, I got hair in my face. But anyways, it looks a lot better now that I have eyes, eyebrows, and lips on, huh? But this is what I do every day for foundation, like pretty much every day. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.